YouTube. Tell me when you hit. Oh, we're live. Okay, let me go to
live.
let me go to your channel and see if it pulls up. Yep. Okay, cool. You're live. You got 6 viewers so far. All right, so what's up, man?
Oh, not much, man. Probably give it a minute for everyone to
yep.
get on.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, we're not gonna really dive into it yet. Or, sorry, let me log in.
Give it a quick second.
Let people get in, but go ahead and say what's up if you're here. Hey, if there's anybody here, can you guys say something in the YouTube comments so we can see how many people are here?
Yeah, comments, and then if you have any questions, if you type them in there, I'll go ahead and put them up there.
Well, how many viewers you got right now?
It says 3. It went down 3.
Come on, people, get in here. What's up, Jeff? How you doing, Jeff? How's junk removal going over there for you?
Let's see here. What's going on, Jeff? It doesn't tell me who's in here. It just says, well, there were 6. Now there's 2 people. So,
okay, give it a minute. I sent out a text blast.
So, probably let me see here. Oh yeah, there's people coming back now. I don't know what's going on. It had a bunch of viewers and then they went away.
Yeah, you scared them off, man.
Maybe.
Dude, it's been a long time though, man. I missed you.
Yeah, I have had a lot going on, man. Like, I've been super busy. First thing was I was moving. So, we got this property that is great and, but moving while keeping junk removal live and running my eBay business. And we also have another business. And while keeping all that live and moving and organizing everything is very tough. And we had to remodel. The property comes with, we have a barn, we have a out workshop, and then we have the house, and we had, I don't know, it was like,
yeah, that's a lot. So you moved. You got a new place then?
Yep. And so we did that, and then
congrats, man.
Yeah, it's good. And just got a new dog today.
Wait, did you say a new dog?
A new dog, yeah. I got chickens and rabbits now.
Oh, dude, I can't wait. So that is my goal, is to get a farm. I want alpacas. I want chickens. I want to have them all, man. All these just like crazy ass animals. That's my goal someday, is just get a big ass house with a big ass farm.
Yeah.
Okay, we got 11 people in here, so maybe some more people will join. But I sent out a text blast. Hey guys, so we know you're here. Can we get some, can you guys just say, yo, what's up? Hi. Maybe you don't have a question yet. We got a lot to catch up on. Maybe you don't have a question just yet, but at least say something in the chat so we know you're here. I'm excited to catch up with Dave, see what's going on.
I haven't actually talked to you in like a long time.
Yeah, man.
You went off grid yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I've been busy. I posted a couple videos, but no crazy cool videos yet, but I have some videos coming. I'm going hard on YouTube. Like, you think my YouTube channel was crazy before? I have like this content. What's up, Mike? Is it Michelle or Michael? Hey, Dave, we miss you, brother.
Mitchell.
Oh, Mitch. Oh, shit. Yeah, Mitchell. Okay, Mitchell. Shapar, yo, Andrew, when's the dumpster rental service going to be available on Autopilot? Shapar, I will talk about that a little bit later, but to give you just a quick answer, in a couple months, we're going after dumpster rentals. So give me 2 to 3 months. Dave changed my life. Oh, shit, Dave, you're changing lives out here.
Good to see you, man. Michael, I think I'm saying that right. Michael, Mitchell. I will have more videos coming. So it's really hard to push out a lot of content. Before, I was doing like an hour of content, every like day or 2 days or something like that. It was really hard to keep up the content while I did everything else. So I do plan on bringing the videos back and doing more. It's just I have to do it when I had the time. And so now that I moved, we got the new property. I had to remodel everything. We have been like, it's been crazy. And I've been dumping all my money into that and, just building our new life here while we're still running the junk removal business, which is really, it's really taken off. So,
Yeah, man,
that's right. You texted me. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. How's it going? Well, if you guys got any questions, let me know. Kyle, I think you have a bunch of junk removal questions you wanted to ask me. Now would be the time for that. Andrew here too. This guy, Kyle, I don't know if you know, but Andrew had like $1 million a year junk removal business as well.
Yep. So, yeah.
Yeah, my wife is right there from Hercules. Yep. As a matter of fact, I go on vacation there like often. Not anymore now that we're out here. It's a little bit harder to do that. But what's up, Andrew?
So, I was going to say, why don't we jump into it? I asked some basic questions that I truly am wondering as well. Where the heck you been and what's going on? And then you guys just ask questions. And Dave, as you see questions, you can just pull them up on the screen. Just just kind of go through as they come through. So guys, we're gonna chat. I'm excited to catch up with Dave. And then for those of you who don't know me, or maybe you're here because I just sent out a text blast. We're going to talk about my software for the junk removal industry in a little towards the end. And so anyways, Dave, thanks for having me on your channel. I think this is the first time I've been on your channel. I'm pretty sure I've had you on mine before, right?
That's I've been on your channel. This is the first time I've actually gone live on my channel, I believe. So
with that being said, how many viewers do we have right now?
It says 15. So it's still climbing.
Okay, shit, we're popping. Yeah. All right, guys, come on, share. We're gonna dive deep. Well, I don't know how deep, but we're gonna talk about some cool stuff. Share this, share it on your Facebook. Get some more people
on Chelsea, Rainier, Branham.
Let's crank up Dave's live viewers, guys. So, Dave. Anyways, let's jump in. Let's start with the elephant in the room. Where the heck have you been?
Okay. Well, like I said, so I went in and started moving, and I bought a property with a few acres that has it's got a few outbuildings, and everything had to be remodeled for me to move in and move over. So at first I'm doing like 45 to an hour trip each way, trying to make things work as I'm moving everything over and still running the junk removal business, still trying to run eBay and everything. I also have a third business that I run. So I've got like a lot going on. So
I have been business.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to share that? Are you allowed to share the third business yet? Because I know we know junk removal in eBay. Or is the third one kind of still a secret right now?
The other one's still a secret for the moment.
Okay, cool.
But I got so I've been super busy with that. I mean, that's the main thing. And it takes a lot of time to edit videos and put all the content. I don't have a content creator. I do everything myself, And a lot of people were just kind of wondering where I went. Well, that's the main thing is I've been going through a lot of that. The other thing that happened was that my marketing, I had to rearrange everything. It kind of just went sideways. And so I just took those into my own hands and took the reins on my own marketing. So that started in September. July, August, September really started to get affected and go negative. And
so let's talk about that for a second, since you brought it up. We all know Google Ads is a nightmare, right? It's expensive. It's not fun. It's not easy. In short, what happened? And how did you fix it? What's going on right now with your marketing that you just talked about, your ads?
Well, the first thing is that I couldn't understand what was going on with my marketing. I was with Perfect Click, and obviously everybody knows that. I share that openly, but I didn't like the fact that I couldn't see what was going on, and so I decided, because things kept on going south, and then they would go up, and then go down, and I just really didn't like it. I didn't like seeing where my money, or not being able to see where my money was being spent and all that stuff. So I just I did away with it and decided to do it with me in charge. So I set up my own account, and I've been working on it, and now it's finally.
You're running your own Google ads now.
Oh yeah, I do my own ads now. So that took, my goodness, man, that took a month of me just hammering. Like I even shut down for a week just so I could only get like all the typing handled and all of that.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. And
Yeah, it's a lot of work. Can you just real quick? I know you went through my course, and I know you'll talk about who helped you even further. But can you imagine how long it took me to make my 4-hour course? Just the general of like teaching it, editing it, cutting it, because there's just so much to Google Ads. It's
your
crazy.
course,
Yeah.
your Google Ads course was good and helped me get a broad understanding of everything. Where it fell short was Google changed the whole platform, so it looks
Yeah.
completely different. You can't find anything. So somebody's got a question here. Do you do any special or different marketing for winter? One thing that I've learned to do for winter, Alan, is be flexible on the pricing because it gets more competitive. And the first winter that I was in business, I held my pricing and other people got the jobs. So I don't know, each area is different. So one thing I'll do is I'll be more competitive on pricing. I'll do price drops a little bit, not too cheap. You don't want to do it too cheap, but I will try to get competitive. You kind of have to. I do a lot of signs. I've been putting signs out, although in my area, signs get pulled up quick and they get pulled up everywhere. It's just how Columbus runs things. They're kind of a neat city. So they keep everything tidy and your signs do not fit that category. So they yank them.
Yeah.
So, any different marketing for winter? So, the other thing I'll do is I post on Craigslist, and I mainly do that for the backlinks because Craigslist, you can post an ad like right now. And if somebody searches for that, your Craigslist link will pop right up. So that's a good one. And a lot of people who use Craigslist, they'll click on it. That's something that I was doing.
Also, you got another question. You skipped one guy above. Jared asks if you see Jared's question, but I'm just going to say hi to everybody really quick. Junk That Punk, what's up? Dump That Junk, what's up? Edwards Master, what's up? Clutter, what's up? So yeah, what's going on, guys?
Why do Google ads instead of local service ads? This is a big one, Jared. Local service ads is super expensive. So local service ads, you will get charged whenever the phone rings. And that's much different than getting paid, having a pay-per-click or having an account that will build up and get better over time. So local service ads was way too pricey because, if you're running a minimum of like 125 or 150, and a lot of guys don't even do that. Some guys, they want to do 89 or 99 as a minimum, but around here, especially for local service ads, when the phone rings, you get charged $60 to $80 just for taking that call, which is a lot different than the click ads. So people will say, oh, well, my click ads, it's still about $60 for a lead. Well, it's different though, because let's say you spent $6,000 on marketing for the month and you got X amount of leads. You can divide the 6,000 by how many leads you got, and then that's your cost. But it doesn't equal to one phone call is $80 or one phone call is $60. So it's
Jared, I'm going to chime in here. Google Ads is a million times more flexible and customizable. You're bidding on specific keywords. You get to choose your ad copy. You get to choose your landing page. There's so much more power in it. While local ads, you're at the mercy of Google only. And also, I have another theory is that people are so overwhelmed by Google that they go to Google local ads, which is increasing. Of course, if people give up on Google ads and they're like, screw this, I'm going to go to local service ads, and everybody's running local service ads, it's going to cost more. It's a bidding war. So more people default to local service ads, which is why the cost is higher per phone call because Google
and I don't
ads
see and I don't see on local service ads, I don't see a clean out option, garage clean out, basement, house clean out, hoarder. You're going to get a ton of single items is what you're going to get. And they also have a donation option. So you definitely don't want to, do they still have the donation on there? I'm pretty sure they do.
Yeah. Donation pickup.
Yeah. So anyways, hope that helps. There's a couple more questions here. Let's see. Kyle, are you having the same success with doing ads on your own? I know Click did well. Click did do well for me. Here's what was weird. I never knew what was happening with my money, and I kept on getting charged. Google, then Microsoft. Google, then Microsoft. I don't know what he does. He won't share it, and that's fine. Whatever he can just.
Who's this? Who are we talking about?
My old marketing company that I
Your old
used.
Oh, okay.
Perfect Click. So I would get charged for Google and I would get charged for Microsoft. And it seems like it would go back and forth. The ads would get better. Then I would have to make a phone call because they got worse. And then they would get better and then they get worse. It is kind of back and forth. But then there was like these 3 months that really started taking a dive. I was getting called by you guys. Well, everybody on my channel was calling me like, hey, is this happening for you too? And it was happening for me and I didn't know what to do. And I'm in the middle of moving and everything was just kind of chaotic. So this past like third and fourth quarter this year, I fell off the map. That's why I had so much to do and I just didn't have the time for everything. So I did away with that and started doing it myself. So to answer your question, I'm having more success. Number one, I don't have to pay the 20% on top of the marketing cost. There's a little bit of a learning curve, but the way I set up my ads, they're doing very, very good. They're doing very good. And I had some help from a guy who's very good at marketing. He's also very expensive, extremely expensive, but he will,
He's the best.
he'll take phone calls to help you by the hour, or you can, you can just pay him to do the ads, but he is expensive. But yes, I'm doing very, very good with the ones that I'm running.
And who was it that was helping you? You might as he's a homie of mine and he's the best.
Yeah, Xavier helped me a lot, and he will do by the hour phone calls. He charges by the hour, and or you can hire him to do the ads, or you can hire him to help get you set up. Because once you're set up, the reason I wanted to do it is when I separated from Perfect Click, they took everything, so I no longer had an account, right? So I had to start from scratch. You have the learning curve, right? So I had to go through that. But now that I have it set up, I can actually, when I go to sell the business, I can sell my marketing account with it. And that's huge. Like there's nobody hired and it's all set up and everything is working for itself. So that's huge.
Yeah. Xavier, I met Xavier at the Junk
with LSA. Yeah. Oh yeah. Xavier. Yeah. He's good.
Real quick before you pivot to the question. I met him at the Junk Expo and, I know Google ads pretty well. I'm not a marketing agency. I don't run it. I don't spend millions of dollars across multiple clients. So I don't have the experience that he has, but I'm pretty comfortable with Google ads. When I saw his presentation at the Junk Expo, I was like, holy shit, this guy knows his stuff. Like he knows his Google ads. So yeah, guys, look up, his website is Junkify with a hyphen in between. If you guys want to check out Xavier. Yeah.
You want to put it in the comment or something like, what is it?
I'll actually put it, and Steve Raza, what's up? Junk 180, you are absolutely correct. You show up for free on LSA.
There it is in the comment. I don't know. That's not the link, but if you look that up, you'll find him on Facebook or whatever. He knows his stuff. He's the smartest guy in any marketing that I've ever talked to.
Yeah.
Not just Google ads, like Facebook, like he knows everything. Yeah, Kyle, if you need help, my number.
Clutter's got a question for you. Clutter, what's up, Clutter Reduction?
Oh man, the Kroger jobs, those were fun. Those were good jobs, man. Just load it up and go scrap it. Nothing better. Direct marketing to commercial companies. So I don't do direct marketing. I used to when I was slower, and it was good. But I actually now okay, let me back up. So 2 days ago, I took vacation, a very much needed vacation. I am on vacation right now for like 2 weeks. I shut down everything. My store still has sales, but I have somebody else that's doing it, so I don't have to worry about it. I don't actually touch it. But yeah, so for 2 weeks I'm on vacation. But when I get back, I already have 2 commercial jobs that I'm going into. My full day is commercial jobs, and one of the reasons that I have those is because I control my own marketing now, and so I was able to put out proper ads that call for those now. So I don't do the door-to-door anymore. As a matter of fact, I'm too busy. So that's just kind of where I'm at. So we reached out to some plaza landlords. So I don't do landlords. I don't do real estate agents, and I don't do contractors. I know that a lot of people disagree with that, but the reason I don't is because they are so hard to deal with and they're too cheap. They don't value. Yeah, they don't value what we do, and they will drop you in a heartbeat. You'll go out there and somebody else will have already done it. They don't care.
I know a lot of people who swear by realtors and contractors.
All right, Kyle.
I had bad luck with them. They're always trying to nickel and dime.
Yeah.
Before we pivot off of this, because I do have another question for you, but before we pivot off the marketing, just one quick question for you. How many landing pages do you have that are specialized towards ad groups? Like how many, like how
That is the
customized
question,
did you
isn't
get? How deep did you go?
Landing pages. I have, okay, there's a list of landing pages on each page, and I have 3 pages full of them. So I probably have 30 to 60. I don't know. It's a lot.
Hyper contextual to like if
And
it's
I
furniture
made
removal.
every one of them myself. And I did all
Damn.
of the keywords, I did all of the ads, all of the typing. I did a lot. But it's one of those things now, nobody can take that from me. Nobody
Yep.
can quit me and leave. And on top of that, let me tell you something else. I hired ClickSkeek before I hired this other marketing company, Perfect Click.
Right.
ClickSkeek did leave their information in my account. And when I saw what they did, now I don't know what they're doing now or whatever, and I don't want to throw a whole bunch of shade their way, but it was crap. It was crap, and and everybody knows because I talked about it. I struggled when I used ClickSkeek. I paid like $8,000 one month, and I only did a handful of jobs, and it was crazy. But after I learned what I've learned and what I've set up, I mean, I have click-through rates right now that are like 15 to 20%, and I have conversion rates on some of my campaigns that are as high as 50%.
What do you set your phone call timing conversion to? 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 10 seconds?
Okay. So I can't. And the reason is because I set up, on my call extensions, I can. And those I initially set up at 10 seconds, but I'm going 60 seconds. So 60 seconds. But all my other conversions, the main portion of them, I can't do it. And here's why, is because I use WordPress to build my website. And WordPress has a glitch with, it has a glitch with Google Ads. And right now the conversions weren't tracking for like a month. It was so frustrating. But I will tell you this, even in the clicks phase, I was getting such good leads. Like I was getting a bunch of crap too, but I was getting really good leads even in the click phase. So it was a lot of money, but it was still very profitable. It's just getting better and better.
When you say click phase, do you mean the data collecting phase in the beginning?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, where you're collecting data, trying to get as many conversions, trying to get each campaign to 30 conversions.
Yeah, you just got to get data. So
the problem is I wasn't recording conversions for the first month, and I was like trying to figure it out. So it was like, hey, I even called you. I'm like, can you help me figure it out? You couldn't figure it out. Xavier actually helped me with that one, and he hired his team to go in and do a workaround. So now I can do conversions and the recording. Great. It's because I had to do a workaround that I don't have Google's like 60 seconds, 30 seconds, whatever it is.
That's interesting but yeah, at least you got it working though. So yeah, man, that's awesome though that you got your marketing working. And I'm impressed, man, because it's a lot of work to set up those Google ads. And guys, if you want to learn the basics of Google ads, I have a free 4-hour course on YouTube. And yes, Dave, there is a new design. So guys, the design that I was using was the older Google design. So you kind of have to find, it's a little tricky now because Google updated the design. So my 4-hour course might be a little confusing, but it's still the same names. You just got to find it where it's at. It's pretty much the same, the naming of each page. But check that out if you guys need help. And then, like he said, Xavier helped you.
You can't go there anymore unless you've changed it. You can't go there anymore and follow along in Google Ads. But what you can do is by watching it, you learn how to like run it and structure it. I learned a ton. I wouldn't have been able to work with Xavier and understand him if I didn't look at your course first. And your course was free, so it's great.
So, but hey, we can talk forever about this. So I have more questions for you, Dave. So I'm gonna pivot to my next question about where's Dave.
Real quick,
you want to answer that question first?
I don't adjust my budget because it needs to stay put for the first 90 days. So I put my budget in there and I leave it. And when you're during the learning phase, when Google's learning everything, it's not good to go and adjust your budget all the time. So I do leave it. put.
Yeah. Because every time you
That's
adjust it, it starts like saying restarting the collecting phase, restarting the.
Yeah. Do you know something that Google is doing now is if you pause your ads twice in 2 weeks or twice in the month, you restart your learning phase. They want you to keep them running.
Shizzle my mizzle.
That
Yeah.
is, yeah, that's messed up, but they do
Yeah.
it. So I just found out because I paused it and then they put me back in the learning phase and for like 5 days.
Yeah, that's I went through that too because I'd pause sometimes, but eventually, like after 6 months, I just never paused my ads again. I just kept my budget at $1,000 a day for the last year and a half. Never like sometimes I would decrease it to 700, like is the most I'd want to spend. But I spent $1,000. It wouldn't reach 1,000 all the time. Sometimes it'd go above, sometimes it'd be below. But I averaged $20,000 a month on average is what I spent per month. But yeah. So Dave, what's going on with
I'm actually well, actually that's a good segue because I just got my next
another Clover. Wait, so what's going on with junk removal? What's the plan?
This spring I'll have 3 routes and I'm actually going to be spending less than that in the marketing because right now I have more business coming in during the learning phase and I'm only spending $250 to $300. And so if I triple that, I wouldn't be able to handle the business, and especially once it gets better. So I'm actually going out. I should be bringing in the next dump truck tomorrow. And if it doesn't happen tomorrow, Christmas gets in the way. And so after that, Thursday or Friday.
So you're expanding, you're growing.
Yep. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, because I'm at my property now, I can hold how many trucks I want. I don't have to put them in storage. I have a barn that I pull into now.
Nah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So
I put all my scrap in there until it's time to go. I put, if I have stuff I'm going to resell or whatever, I have a big, lofty 2-car garage for that. And then I also have a separate shop outbuilding that I have that I put all the eBay in. So I'm no longer like scrunched and spread out, like paying for storage facilities and all that. I saved on that. So
currently you have one, I know you have you might have a pickup truck and a trailer and a dump truck, but you're running one truck per day right now, right?
Right. So I need to hire, I'm hiring, and I'm actually about to put my ads out here right after Christmas. Between Christmas and New Year's, I'm going to bring on about 2 to 3 more people. And then, my plan is to get the drivers going. So,
you want is your goal to get 2 trucks running full time?
I am going to practice 800 got junks method. So I'm going to leapfrog trucks like they do. So I'm going to show up with 2 trucks because I'm convinced with all of their money and all of their research, that's the best way to do it. So instead of running 2 separate routes completely, where each of them cap out, blah, 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 right? Mm-hmm. I'm going to run them both together. I feel like you can get a lot more done if you do that. And I'm actually going to have the third one with the truck and trailer assisting with scrap items that can't be dumped, like white goods, tires, any type of.
Can you explain the running the 2 trucks together, leapfrogging or whatever? Like, what do they do?
Have you guys ever seen 800 junk run?
No.
So check it out. Let's say you got I often have 5 or 6 jobs booked for the day, right? When you do that many each day, you have a mix. So your mix is going to be small jobs, medium jobs, and big jobs. Sometimes your mix is really good and you get a lot of big jobs. Other times, and most often, it's average size jobs and some smaller ones or a bunch of smaller ones, but it varies. And that's your mix. A healthy mix has, a couple full truckloads, a couple mid to like a quarter, and then single items. So when 800 got junk shows up to a place with 2 trucks, if it's a 2 truck clean out, you can fill 1 truck and they can go and empty that while they're filling the other one and flip flop, switch back and forth. Right. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden you can do 2 or 3 loads. Whereas if you only had 1 truck there, you wouldn't be able to. And if it's a really big clean out, I can bring the trailer over as well. So does that make sense? So
yeah, it makes sense.
And then if you show up and it's a single item, boom, you just leave it and you go on to the next one. And my max is about 8 jobs every day. So but with doing 2 trucks, I should be able to do more and bigger jobs. So my average job size will increase, and then I'll be able to do more jobs. So, and then also I will still be able to recycle, because the scrap pays for the dump fees. And then, so the trailer can't go to the transfer stations, but I can still run that and dump it if I need to.
Right. So you're trying to show up to each job with 2 trucks, or kind of just determine, like, if it's a big job, you show up with 2 trucks, or?
Yeah. You show up with 2, or you show up with 1. So basically, I can have a bunch of guys on the trucks, right? Because my trucks, like, I'm trying to get another crew cab, so those crew cabs can seat 7. So I can have a whole bunch of guys. Like, if I get this big clean out, it's no longer like schedule it out, hired Craigslist guys. I'm going for, we're doing the cleanouts in the everyday and also all the other jobs, not schedule them out so it shuts down these jobs. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So
Yeah, when
what's
you get this
interesting?
big clean out, all you do is shut down over here. So you lose this revenue. And then you
Yep.
get this bigger job that might be like 3,000 or 5,000. But if it takes you 2 days to do it, you were going to do that anyway.
Yeah.
You
That
know,
would be,
so
that's a very, I like where you're going with that. That'd be very hard out in LA because of the drive time and the traffic, especially like half of the jobs when like most of the jobs, you don't even know if you're going to get them when you get there.
I'm pretty sure 800 Junk does that all over, don't they? Don't they run in pairs of 2?
Not in LA. No. I've never seen, I've got junk 2 times to see how they're, like, I personally hired them and then just told them to leave to see how their pricing was. But no, it's not 2 trucks out here. It's always been 1 truck. Same with junk luggers, at least from my experience. But LA is a different beast. You're driving an hour on average to get to each destination in LA. It, like, 5 miles apart is 1 hour of drive time in Los Angeles, no matter what time of the day. That's just traffic. There's 11 million people in Los Angeles County. So if I have 4 jobs for 1 truck and 4 jobs I have to split it, and they have to just go their separate ways. Cause, like, if you take 2 trucks and you go to 1 job and you just wasted an hour and a half of drive time, and then you don't get the job, it's just one of those things in LA with traffic. It's really hard, especially with, like, the locations of landfills, and, like, half of your time is driving in LA. Like, more than half, is, I've noticed when I was running my trucks, more than half of my time is driving, not doing the jobs. But yeah. I like the sound.
It's a good point. It's a good point. I don't know. I think that because right now I run all over the entire territory and still manage to do it, but I hustle. And if I have multiple trucks, I figure I can just leave them to handle something, and I can go on to the next one. And I can have another driver go on, and I just kind of see it working in my head. I don't know.
No, it probably will work. Your head is probably right. It probably will work. But that's awesome, man. So, it's funny because we haven't spoken in a few months, and, junk removal, it's always like, you're always like, I don't know what I'm going to do. But now it seems like you kind of have, what you're going to do.
Yeah, for sure. Well,
awesome.
the real step was running my ads. And now that I have, like, it's getting so good because not only am I running ads, I'm getting past customers calling me. They're finding me online with ease now.
Yeah.
So, like, if I don't expand, I'm going to be like, I have so much business. I have to, I can't. Yep. So it's just like, I kind of have no choice.
That's the problem that everybody wishes they had.
Well, the thing is like, I enjoy being on the truck. I really love it. I love finding stuff. I love, like, the hard work.
So you're not sick of it. You still like being on the truck?
I love it. But I'm getting older, I'm in my mid 40s now. And I'm like, I've got other things going on. So I think it's time to have other people running it. And, but it, I've still got a little bit left in me. And then I gotta hire enough that I can hire my superstars, and I'll have the guys that are going to be running the whole thing. And it'll be good. That's and then, awesome, eventually it'll be saleable because everything will be owned and, run it on its own.
Yeah. Well, hey, that's good to hear, man, because we haven't spoken a while, and you were kind of like on the fence of what your plan was, especially with the whole ads thing. I know you were, I know that was a bit of a stressful time. So I'm glad that you figured it out. I'm glad. And that's impressive. There's not many people like Dave. every time you and I have spoke on the phone, every time you always remind me, I'm not tech savvy. I'm not a tech, but
I'm-
every time we talk, you have built your own website. You've done a lot of your SEO. Now you're running your own ads. You run an incredible eBay store. You may not be a programmer, but you definitely have figured out how to use a computer. So I'm proud of you, man. That's fucking that. There's not. I promise you, 1% of people. If I were to ask 100 junk removal people right now on my YouTube channel and sent them a survey, I guarantee you only 5 of them are running their own ads. So that's impressive, man. And guys, really, if you're struggling with Google Ads, try to do what Dave did. It takes time. It's hard. It's frustrating. It's annoying. You're going to have to learn it. You're going to have to build multiple landing pages. You're going to have to spend money. It sucks. But like Dave said, when you do it, it's yours forever. And once you have 90 days of solid data, it's you literally just kind of really effectively run them forever without ever touching them again. And Dave, you're going to get to that point soon to like where you literally just never have to touch them again, ever. And that's the beautiful thing when you run your own Google ads and you micromanage every piece of your own ads.
See, that's the other thing is if you set it up once and you never have to touch it again, which is what I'm experiencing now that I've done it myself, right? Like I don't have to really do anything except just, negative keyword searches, things like that. Those are, and I do that in the first 15 minutes of my day. But if that's the case, why was I struggling so much with the marketing company I was at? And why would it dive and climb and dive and climb? And you can't find out, right? Isn't that a good question?
Yeah. So, okay.
Because it wouldn't just be a bad week or a good week. It would be like slumping the whole month until you make a phone call and be like, what's going on?
Yeah. Honestly, they must be changing things. They must be altering things because there's no explanation, because you're effectively just bidding on keywords. That's in theory, that's it.
Not only that, but the learning phase is designed to figure out how your ads work, and then you leave it and they get better and better and better.
Mm-hmm.
I've been running for 2 years almost. And so it should be set, and it wasn't. It just kept.
The only answer is they're messing with shit back there. I don't know. Something like maybe they're trying to get cheaper clicks. Maybe they're turning on, you can make it so you show up on other search engines. You can make it so you show up on people's websites. There's all these little settings that you don't want to show up. Maybe they're just trying to get cheaper clicks. Maybe they're changing things.
That's what it is. Listen, if you go for the cheaper clicks and you go for the cheapest keywords, you're going to get the cheapest leads.
Yeah.
You want that? Yeah,
because if you want to show up for junk removal, you're going to have to pay the premium. But, you also want a good landing page. You want to answer people's questions with the correct landing page, and you want the ad copy to match so that they're not confused when they click it. Everything matches up all the way through the process of
the landing page is so important. The landing page is so important. When I had the landing page over at Perfect Click, the landing page, the very first thing they see on Perfect Click landing pages, and anybody who's with Perfect Click, your landing page is the same as everybody else.
And that's the same with QuickSkeek, just you guys know. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is the very first thing you see when you land on that page, we take fridge, mattress, and furniture. And the number one thing that I got the most calls on, I have a fridge and I got a mattress. It's because they saw that there and they called. So that's why I believe in doing specific landing pages. It works. If somebody wants a clean out, they need to land on a page that says, here's your clean out. Right.
But agencies don't want to take the time to do that.
Right. So, and the more those ads ran, of course you get other calls, and that's fine because some people will take the time to read those pages. Also, I saw some of the ads run. Some of the ads that ran were don't overpay. I'm like, it's real cheap here. And I'm like, you're gonna get those calls, and they don't want to pay.
Yeah, the ad copy is important.
Yeah, so I prefer an ad that would say, "Hey, I can come right now," because for that, somebody will pay for that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, hey, that's awesome, man. And I am, So, anything else, Dave, that you want to let your viewers?
Andy, thanks for the support. appreciate you guys. What's that?
Is there anything else you want to let your viewers know about before we segue into maybe some software? Because I think you've answered most of my questions. Where you been? What's going on? How's the marketing going? Sticking with junk removal? Adding a new truck?
More videos are coming. It takes a lot to get those out, and I'm so busy. So I know you guys love the videos, and everybody writes me and they want more day in the life. And thank you, Easy Day, appreciate it. It's just really hard for me to get it out there, and I do have a lot of stuff already on my site. More is coming. I just need some time. I've already got videos that I have recorded from the past. Like I did like a $24,000 clean out for Walmart. That one's a pretty fun one. So I'll put the videos up for that. That was like over last summer though. It was a long time ago. So there'll be some older videos, but I still have stuff coming. I just need to be able to have the time to put it together. So, yeah,
dude, I miss your videos of you on the truck, man. You were always putting out some good stuff. But it's a lot. I know it's a lot of work, dude. I can't, dude, get an editor from the Philippines. I'm telling you, part-time, $300 a month. I'm telling you, man, it is life-changing. It is life-changing to get a virtual assistant. I'm telling you, changes your life. Right. But yeah, so enough about that. That's awesome, man. I can't wait for the videos. Even though I'm not in junk removal, well, I'm in the software of junk removal. I sold my junk removal company. I still teach junk removal because I did pretty good. But yeah, guys, what was I gonna say?
Kyle, I charge $125.
So what I was going to ask you,
I was asking, he's saying people are going to hang up. Kyle, people hang up like that. That happens a lot. So, what I have found is that you want to go through the small ones till you get the bigger ones or the ones that are willing to pay. But sometimes, like if they're close and it makes sense, do it for 100. But I don't know, less than that. You guys be the judge whether you want to do it for less than that. No, sorry. Go ahead.
No worries. I was going to say, let's, so, I'm still in junk removal, guys. And I think it's a segue to talk about, what I'm doing.
Yeah. So
Dave,
what stage are you at? I know that you were in beta testing and I just got access like this weekend and I was looking at it and I found a bunch of stuff that's
real quick before you jump into it. Before you jump into it, Dave, what software are you using for your business currently?
House Call Pro. I always have.
House Call Pro since day one. How long you been in business now?
2.5 years, I think. 3 years here.
Has it been 2.5? Wow, time is flying.
Well, I was in business before we ever met or talked. So
yeah, because I remember when we were talking in my Discord, you were just getting ready to launch. Remember, you're telling me you were going to launch when you and I originally talked in my Discord channel.
I had already launched. I didn't talk to other people in other groups when I launched. I never networked. Oh, I just watched videos and got set up.
Because I thought when we originally talked way many years, like I thought you were just getting ready to launch your business, but you were already in business.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're coming up in how many years now?
2.5. This next year will be, I think 3 now. So.
Okay, cool. Well, awesome. So 2.5 years. That's when I sold my business. I was 2.5 years old. I sold my business. So you've been using House Call Pro since pretty much day one, month 2.
Since day one, because the other businesses that I've been in, I knew I wanted a CRM that captured customer information to follow up. So before I ever did anything, I always had a CRM, and that was House Call Pro, and I stuck it out. So
how important do you think it is to have a CRM?
Oh, you 100% need it. It's professional. It sends out the notifications and all of that. Okay. So
like if I were to take your CRM away from you and you couldn't have a CRM, would it be hard to run your business efficiently?
Yeah, I'd run it like the 90s,
Yeah, I mean,
I have a notebook.
Okay, so yeah. So, I'm just going to introduce guys. For those of you who don't know who I am, Dave and I go way back. I'd consider you kind of a friend now at this point, a little more than acquaintance, like I'd grab a beer
with you. A friend, huh?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've met once, but you know what I mean? We've had a coffee date. So, yeah, with that being said, guys, I am Andrew. I ran a junk removal business. I sold it to build junk removal software called Autopilot to compete with companies like House Call Pro. I'm really bothered by how expensive it is, how hard it is to use. And we just went into beta last month. So I have a long way to go. And I know Dave has a lot of questions for me. We'll probably be in beta testing for about 6 months, Dave. So clearing out the bugs, making fixes. There's a lot to do when it comes to software. But guys, if you're not using a CRM, type in the comments, I'm not using a CRM, so I can see how many people are not using a CRM. But yeah, man. So Dave, you've only used it for a couple days. I know there's a lot more for you to like test it, but my ultimate goal, Dave, is in the next couple months of beta testing and fixing things is to get you to switch from the almighty House Call Pro. And it might take 2 or 3 months of the, beta testing, because you've been with a House Call Pro lady for a while now. So,
I'm pretty comfortable. I don't know, man. I'm teasing.
Yeah. But, so
I know. So here's my main concern right now is adding more trucks and the routes and things. I know that House Call Pro wants to bump me up to like 260 a month, up from 60 a month.
Yep. Do you know how much they are now? Now? Your grandfathered in at 60, but guess how much they are today if you sign up today?
How much?
The lowest plan is $80 a month for one user. And if you want more than one user, you have to go to $190 a month. There's no exceptions unless you're willing to pay upfront the whole year. Of course, it bumps down, but 90% of people do not pay upfront for a whole year.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, Junk Punk, the Walmart job. So when you have big companies, I've done jobs for Walmart, Costco, Sam's Club, Kroger. Whenever you get a call, it's never that company that calls. They have third party companies that market that, although for them, their disposals are all paid through this other company. And so they will call. They will not tell you that it's them, because as soon as you hear Walmart and you get stars in your eyes, they know you're going to charge them a lot. So, but that one did come from Perfect Click Marketing. It was not all bad. I think it did. Either that or they found me online on Google. I got lots of good stuff from Perfect Click. I got tired of the roller coaster and not knowing where my money was going. So, honestly, I couldn't tell you if that one was Perfect Click or not, but yes. So if a weird company calls you and they're talking about, and it's some commercial deal, pay close attention, try and get it. And then what I do every time, I'm like, okay, what address and what's the name of the company I'm looking for? And then they have to tell you, they're like, okay, it's Costco.
Jonathan Estrada. Yes, I do onboarding calls. You can go to actually, let me put it in here right now. Autopilotapp.io. It's in the comments, guys. Crap. Hold on. Let me.
And Andrew, do you know Kyle's question here?
Let me see. What is the Kyle? What's this? I'm using Wix right now. Oh no, Kyle. It's okay. No, it's a website builder. They do have some, like, you can set up an email form where it collects customer data. So I guess in a very, very not really type of way, could it be considered a CRM? Should you use it as a CRM? Absolutely not. And guys, just since we're on this call together, let's get technical. I'm gonna bring you guys in on the truth. We're actually not using CRMs. I say CRM because everybody understands CRM, and that's just the word, that the acronym, right. Customer relationship. Right. This is technically, if you want to get technical, these are field service management software solutions, because it's scheduling, invoicing, dispatching, sending out estimates, managing employees. That has nothing to do with the CRM. A CRM is more like Go High Level in Salesforce.
CRM stands for customer relationship
management. Now, is there a sprinkle of CRM in these FSMs? Yes. But just so you guys know, when I say CRM, what I'm technically referring to is a field service management solution with a sprinkle of CRM capabilities, because there is two-way texting with customers. You can store clients. But a real CRM lets you run reports on the last time you contacted them, mass emailing customers you haven't contacted in 6 months. You do a mass blast, an email blast. Who have you not talked to as much as frequently? How many times have you reached out to them? That's what
Or
CRMs do.
the other thing it's really good for too is like if you suddenly do another service, like let's say winter hits and you have a lawnmower and you're going to mow lawns, you can send out a blast text to everyone you did junk removal, and you can say, hey, I just started mowing lawns, and boom, you can have an instant like schedule and a truck set up for that.
Yep.
I mean, there's just so many different ways you can manage it.
Matt,
Andrew, you got another question here.
Yeah. So Matt, Matt, we're at 500 users right now, and that includes invited employees and whatnot. If you're talking about paying customers, we're at 250 paying customers. Matt, also stacking GHL. Guys, those of you who do not know what GHL is, it means go high level. That is a CRM, and it's a very customizable CRM. It's a very powerful CRM, and a lot of agencies resell this as their own, but it's very good for marketing. And to answer your question, Matt, no, you don't need it because I just launched our marketing tools. If you go to the marketing section, you'll see that we have sequences, email blasts, and text blasts. So you don't need to stack GHL, which is $99 a month. However, there is more power inside of GHL. I'm building Autopilot to make it simple to send out a text blast, an email blast, or a customizable sequence for clients or leads. And there's a really big difference between clients and leads that you can do with marketing sequences, which are so powerful. We'll talk about in a little bit. But yeah, so the answer is I don't think you need to do that because you can use Autopilot to send out a text blast, an email blast, or create a custom sequence.
Jonathan has two questions. Do you do an onboard call to your CRM? And
yes,
can
I
you
do.
use
Just
it?
go to the website, go to book demo. It'll book a demo with me right there, and it will be me going over it with you.
And then can he use it for his concrete coatings business?
Yes, you can use it for technically any home service. We're launching so many more features within that. But when we're out of beta in 3 to 6 months, we're going to be more powerful and more cost effective. I mark my words than any platform out there, any platform. But yes, you can use it for any home service business. The only thing that it would be hard to do right now is if you have serious inventory tracking. We don't track inventory yet. So like if you're an HVAC business with multiple locations and you need to track your inventory tracking is coming in a few months. So that's the only thing that we don't really have is inventory tracking for those. But, in our businesses, we don't really have inventory that we need to track. Demetrius Sneed, when you say I need to talk to you, do you mean you need to talk to Dave or if you need to talk to me? You can always book a call with me easily if it's me. If it's Dave, I think he charges $600 an hour to talk to.
That was last year's
kidding.
price. That was last year's price. That's a little low.
Oh, Kyle, if Dave switches to Autopilot, I'll follow. Shit. Okay, Dave, you need to switch right now. I'm just kidding. Dave, I know you had some notes, guys.
Yeah.
Some notes, Dave, and I'm happy to answer them.
So I'm on the beta for 2 days. So yesterday or this morning, I actually got into it and looked. So I haven't actually. So I booked 4 test jobs, and I used it the way that we would normally use it. Right? It's not complicated. Right. I need something to capture the customer info and keep it, and it'll be mine. And I need to be able to extract it at any time so that it is mine. And I need to be able to upload a list of my customers elsewhere. And you do that, right?
Yep.
Okay. So that I couldn't check out, but I wanted to know what's the difference between client and lead? Like is this client lead? Like why would you separate those? Because in House Call Pro, you enter a customer and you have their info, whether you did a job or not. And that's the way I like it.
Right. So here's the distinction between clients and leads and why we're doing it this way. Just recently, we finished the beta version of marketing tools, which is what separates leads and clients. Leads would be, I would put leads into, so I started doing this towards the tail end of my junk removal business. I started putting leads into a system where they were just price shoppers, right? People I had not closed, people that I were going to maybe close and I wanted to follow up. So what I did is I separated clients from people who I did jobs. Those are people who I closed a job with. And I started taking the other 50% of the phone calls I didn't close, started putting them in as leads. And I built a custom sequence that followed up with them for the next 7 days via text message. It texted them, hey, Stacy, I was just following up to see if you found a junk removal company. If Stacy doesn't reply, it follows up the second day, the third day. And my conversions from getting those leads, I put 100 leads into a system and having that automatic sequence. So when you add them as a lead, it automatically goes on the custom sequence you created that only applies to those leads. So if you add Stacy as a lead, John as a lead, but it's going to follow up automatically until they say, screw you, leave me alone, or yes, I'll take it. It'll stop texting them. So you can create a custom sequence that applies only to leads. And it gets even deeper. You can have a custom sequence that applies to only leads with a tag that's whatever tag you want it to be, property manager or realtor. So you can import 1,000 realtor leads and tag them as realtor, and then create a custom sequence that follows up in texts and emails for a whole month, a whole year, forever, in perpetuity if you want. And it will only go through those leads. Or you can make a custom marketing sequence for clients that are already your existing clients, and they get special coupons every quarter. You can create a custom sequence that goes to clients only. So it separates the two. So leads can get a different type of sequence, which is more of a follow-up. Hey, Stacy, we had a talk yesterday. Did you find a junk removal company? The second day, hey, Stacy, sorry to bother you. Just checking in one more time. I'd love to be the company that helps you out. Stacy still doesn't reply. So day 5, Stacy, I thought last time I'll bug you, Stacy. I'd be willing to do 10%. And come out there and help you out. Stacy,
Yeah, that's a good drop close there, the third one. I got a question though. So wouldn't it be better or easier, or can you just put everybody in as a client so you capture their information and then just like check a box to add them to that?
Yeah, so you're adding them as a client or a lead. So that means they're going into your system.
Well, what I'm saying is, because then you get them added as a lead, and then later on you have to search whether they're a client or a lead and set them up with a job if you get it and transfer them over or something. But can you just add everybody as a client and then check the box?
You technically, yeah, you can do that if you want, but I didn't like it that way. So when you search your database, it searched for clients and leads, and it just lets you know if they're a client or a lead. So you don't have to go over here to search for them it doesn't matter. And then when you try to add a job and it's a lead, it automatically converts them from a lead to a client for you in the background.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's all automagic.
Okay. That's good.
So,
all right.
Yeah. So I hope does that answer your question though, Dave?
Yeah, it did. Okay. So there was a couple of things that weren't working, like so when you send out, and I know we're in beta phase, this is what it's for, right? Is to catch all this stuff.
Yeah, it's to catch bugs.
When you send out like an estimate or you send out an invoice, in the email, in the body of the email, everything worked in the text. It was fine, but the email, there's a blue button that says view your invoice or estimate.
Right.
When you hit it, it goes nowhere.
Yep.
It's red. But down below, there's an attachment. But on my screen, I couldn't see there was an attachment. I figured it out later. But so the attachment is just fine, but that link is dead.
Okay, so see, that's good. I'm surprised that link is broken and nobody else. So good. So what you're saying is the invoice is still there. It's just that big button.
It's still there, and it was as an attachment. Yeah, it worked fine.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll fix that. I'll have fixed by tomorrow.
Yeah. Another good thing would be an automatic expiration date for the estimates. Like just having House Call Pro does an expiration date. So that they can't come back. I had a customer come back 1 year later and ask if his estimate was still good. I gave it to him, but it was a little low because it was in like last December.
Yeah.
So,
but it would be, what you're saying is like, if they try to visit the estimate, you should be able to set an expiration. So when they go to their estimate, it says your estimate's expired.
Yeah. Something.
Yeah. Cool.
So anyway, just a thought, but, whether you can turn notifications off for customers. I don't know if you can.
Which you apps. Hey, by the way, you probably haven't had time to dig into the notifications yet, but did you see on the website there's customizable notifications for clients? You can customize just like you can on House Call Pro.
And for the employees. Yeah.
Employees can get custom notifications, and subcontractors. So let's say you have an employee who just sucks at their app. Maybe they just don't get push notifications or their app. You can also have it send them a text message, your employees. So not only do they get a text message that they're attached to a job, they also can see it in the app.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I love the job map. So, okay, House Call Pro, the one downfall that I have with them is like the app is super easy to use. It's great. And I'm out in the field all the time. But when I transition and I'm off, and I'm on my computer trying to like work it out on the computer, adding jobs and things like that, it's super
Yep.
difficult. It's like it's just not the same. It's not easy.
So
But on yours, it was easier than the app.
yeah, so we have it. I don't have any jobs in here, but you can see your route for the
Yeah,
day.
you can zoom out the map and see all the jobs right there on the. It was
Yep.
that was a cool ad.
Yep. And then also, just so I have to mention this schedule. We're the only app that has week view. No House Call Pro, no Workies, no Jobber has week view. I don't know why, but I love week view to see my jobs throughout the day, throughout the week.
It helps with booking for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And something else I'm excited about is you're going to love this screen. This shows you your live analytics for the day, the week.
I was going to ask
month.
you, do your guys see that screen?
Nope, employees don't see it.
Okay.
They only see their jobs. So they're not going to see your business performance. They're only going to see their jobs.
Okay. Yeah, I like that you can give them each their own color. And same with the jobs and things like that. But I would use it for the employees. Yeah.
And I can promise you, Dave, in 3 months, your mind is going to be blown. Like it's just going to get better and better every day. We're fixing and pushing, and so. But yeah. So with that being said, man, Easy Day asked a good question. Sounds like leads need an entire subcategory on the homepage. It does actually. It says clients or leads, and when you go there, you can swap between clients and leads, or you can just search both of them.
It's 2:00.
But Easy Day asks thoughts on the new AI answering service. So AI is great. AI is amazing. We're going to implement AI, and that's kind of the direction that everybody's going is AI phone call answering. House Call Pro even has a feature. I forget how much. Somebody I think told me 150, where you can have a backup AI agent answer your phone if you miss it, like X amount of rings, it goes to an AI agent. And that is the general direction that I see a lot of people going, is adding AI spell check and suggestions and answering. But I have something. Oh man, I have something in the works. It's probably going to take us 6 months to a year to get there. So probably by the next Junk Expo in October of next year, I will have our AI features. But to answer your question, I haven't tested it. I've heard good things about the House Call Pro one as a backup answering service. So I'm pretty sure it's similar. However, I prefer a VA, an actual real person, but the AI answering services are getting pretty freaking good. Pretty good. I'm impressed. Matt asks, can you make an option for them to see business performance like managers? Matt, right now they can't see, they can only see their performance. Will we add that in the future? Yes, we're going to make it so you can customize exactly what employees see. But right now, employees get a limited account. That's generally what 99% of people want. They don't want the employees to see everything. So, but
yeah, all that is making like a toggle to give them admin view or whatever.
Yeah, so eventually we'll make it so you can customize employees that they could see what's particular screen, what particular data, but that's in the future. Bonus tracking for reviews or revenue share for sure. If you add AI, will it increase the cost for Autopilot? The way we're going to add AI, yeah, it'll increase the cost. You'll probably have to pay a little bit extra because, guys, I'm going to go live on this one day, maybe like in 3, when we're at a beta, I'll talk about our plans for AI. But let's just say it's going to start from the minute you answer the phone, and the minute you hang up, we'll call her Amy. Her name's going to be Amy. Let's just say Amy's going to prompt some magic for you guys to make Amy will be listening to the entire phone call. Amy will transcribe it and automatically make suggestions. I'll just leave your minds to go from there. It's going to be awesome.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. It's going to be, well, I'm trying to implement AI the correct way because I don't want to just make it a gimmick. Like a lot of people are just coming up with gimmicky things. I want to make sure it's revolutionary what we do with AI because AI is so incredible, the power of AI. But yeah, so Is there any other notes that you had, or was that the rest of your, I know you only had a couple days. Did you have anything else on your list of questions or no?
Holidays on the calendar would be nice because I accidentally schedule on holidays sometimes. And so like at least the federal ones, I don't know why calendars stay away from that. Google doesn't let you separate, from like, Christmas and, Kwanzaa. It's either all the holidays or none. That's what Apple does. And then like House Call Pro doesn't even put them on. I don't know why, and Google doesn't allow you to separate either. So I don't know why that's such a big deal. But if you could put at least the federal holidays on the calendar,
that's a good idea, and it's not. Yeah, I'm surprised. I didn't think about that. I mean, anytime
so if I want a holiday on the calendar, what I have to do is I have to schedule it like a job so that I can see one there.
Yep. It doesn't House Call Pro let you add events, right? You can do like events.
That's what I do. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, create an event. Holidays, Kyle said. Kyle Turner.
Kyle's always working.
Kyle, you know what? I'm a hard worker, but working on Christmas, I'm not going to do that. But hey, more power to you. That's impressive, Kyle. I'm taking Christmas off. But also, Kyle,
you're going to have 3 spirits visit you tonight.
Yeah. So, I guess, I don't want, we're hitting our hour mark. I know you're getting ready to do your vacation. I'm excited for my vacation. So guys, I'm going to leave it with this unless you have any questions. We're open for beta. It is $50 a month right now, and we're fixing it. I'm thinking about letting 2 people have access, two employees. Right now it's only 1 for $50 a month, but you get access to the marketing tools. You get access to call tracking. You can have as many phone numbers as you get 1 phone number. And if you want to add multiple phone numbers, it's $1.50 per extra phone number, or you can bump up to the a higher package where you get but you can do call tracking. You can do multiple employees. We have marketing tools, sequences, SMS blast, email blast. It's a full field service management, Android, iOS, web. I mean, you have an entire platform. So if you were to go to House Call Pro right now, it's $80 a month, but you don't get access to everything that we offer. However, there is one caveat. We are in beta. So there will be small bugs from time to time or little things that need to be fixed. And we expect to be in beta for the next 3 to 6 months.
I got one question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
When you were on House Call Pro, you did multiple locations a different way. Like you did colors, right? Is that what you did for your app?
So, you want to know what's funny is
real quick, because I'm not doing locations. I'm just doing multiple routes. Right. I guess you could call it locations, but like truck 1, truck 2.
Truck 1, truck 2. Yeah. So I actually switched to Workies because they had a little trick you can do to do multiple trucks, a little better than House Call Pro. House Call Pro, I would just make two employee accounts, one called truck 1, truck 2. That's what I did. And I did the same thing with Workies, but Workies had a really cool feature. I had truck 1 and truck 2. Those are my trucks, and I'd sign jobs to each truck. The employee account was called truck 1, truck 2. But Workies had a cool feature because I had each location, they were vastly far apart. So they each had their own Google PIN, right, Dave? And as you know, in House Call Pro, when it sends out a completed text message, it sends it to that one Google review location. How in the hell am I supposed to grow both of my locations' reviews when it sends the same review link? This new location never. So if you have no intentions on setting up another Google business PIN, you don't need to switch, right? But Workies had a feature where depending on which truck was doing the job, you can get a different text message. So Workies made it very easy to work with multiple locations because I truly had 2 locations. They both needed to grow in reviews because they were both doing 8 jobs a day. They both needed to grow their Google My Business because LA and Ventura County are an hour and a half apart. I had 2 Google pins. So that's why I switched to Workies, because it made it a little easier to run 2 locations. House Call Pro, I wasn't able to do that, but I still had, truck 1 and truck 2, my 2 employee accounts, but I wasn't able to send 2 different review links when you hit complete. So that was a bummer. That was the one thing that made, and that's how I grew so fast, man. I got 400 reviews on one location, 300 reviews on my second location. I was just fucking cranking cranking out jobs in both locations, and I didn't have to worry about which review link went to which customer. So yeah. And
colors for different drivers, but if I was to open up a different location like Cincinnati or Cleveland, what would I do on your app?
So right now, you can do kind of what I just described, and we're building that out right now. It'll be done in like a month or so. So you can right now you can customize text messages across, but we're going to make it so you can trigger different text messages for different trucks, for different employees.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah. And guys, if you have any questions, autopilotapp.io. I'm going to put it in the chat one more time. And Dave, a pleasure. It was a pleasure catching up with you, man.
You too, man. I appreciate appreciate your help in the past. And does anybody have any last minute questions or anything like that for either of us before we log off? Anything else?
Now, how many people do we have? Let's see. Hold on.
We still have like 23.
You had like over 20 people the entire stream, man.
Yeah, it keeps going. I went up to 24 again. Keeps going.
Dave is back. He's back. All right, guys. It looks like everybody's got shy, cold feet. They don't want to ask any questions. Yes, Easy Day sucks that they got to be logged into Google, but the good thing is like 90% of the world has Google, so they'll most likely be logged into their Google. Thank you, Dave, and Merry Christmas, and I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, like I said, guys. Thanks for all the support.
Dave,
we appreciate it.
Dave, I do have one request.
Yeah.
Can you please? I know it's double the work for you, and it's going to be annoying, but I'd love for you when you get back on the truck and after the holidays, if you can truly use the software in the real world. Like, I know that means you're going to have to put it into House Call Pro and put it into, but I'd love for you to really try it and give me.
So for that, I don't know what your guys have been doing to transition. I'm probably going to do, okay. Once you put in a lead to House Call Pro, you can't delete it. I don't know why. I can't figure it out. Or you can't.
When you say a lead, or you just mean like a client or anything? A client?
Either. Okay. Yeah. Same thing. So a person's information, name, address, phone, right? So what I was going to do was I was going to work both your CRM and House Call Pro like I normally do, but I was just going to incorporate yours side by side, and I was going to work them both. I was going to take the notifications and turn them all off and just see how it works as I'm running. But the main thing that I'm thinking about switching to yours for is the fact that I will be working 3 routes, and you're online, like working the dashboard from home, from a computer, so much easier than House Call Pro.
Awesome.
And that's like the one thing that I'm really loving, because in House Call Pro, it sucks and I hate it. Like, it's just so frustrating. But yeah, anyways, so that's one thing. And that was just like, I've only looked at it for 2 hours, but that's what.
Yep. And hey, like I said, we'll be in beta it's going to keep getting better and better. So just keep trying it. And I'd love to get your feedback. Just keep using it.
My feedback is this, like, how easy it is really, it doesn't have like a whole bunch yet because you just made it.
Right.
But that's what's attractive about it. It's like super easy. Like, I got on and I was able to do everything right away. No problem. Mm-hmm. Like, no learning curve. And that means if I hire a guy, there's no learning curve. They can hop on and do the same thing.
Yep.
And then it also means that when I get on to like the dashboard, I'm not going to struggle. So I really like it. And I know you're going to grow it out and you're going to add all those other things because that's just what's done. But I like it how it is right now. And
awesome. Yeah. The goal is to just keep adding more powerful features without confusing people, like the Apple way, like power, but easy to use, and keep making it less buggy. Just make it good software. And I know we'll be there in 2 to 3 months. Kyle says, leave some junk, 3 trucks, leave some junk for the rest of us. That's
Can't
funny.
do it. Can't do
Easy
it.
Day. Yes, absolutely import your customers over to Autopilot, 100,000%. We're even working on a way to import your old House Call Pro job data, which is not easy, but we're working on a migration way. We're working on a way to migrate Workies, Jobber, and House Call Pro data all over to Autopilot.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll be here forever if we keep, so I don't want to keep you too long, Dave. So, hey, Thank you. And it was good finally catching up, man. I
It
missed
was
you.
great catching up with you. Thank you guys for all your support and questions. And if you got any others, just let us know. You guys can still comment after this. I do read them.
Cool.
See you guys.
Peace. So, all right.